So, as you all I know, ILUGC stands for Indian Linux User Group Chennai, and it started in 1997, and still we are continuing to create awareness about Linux and open source stuff. And we'll meet every month, second Saturday afternoon, 15:00 IST. So here we are now for a meeting in the month of November. So today, initially there were two talks scheduled. One is regarding Gerbera media server, and another one is like a logging software from Dhanasekar. So since he is not available, I am going to be presenting my talk firstly. So yes, hope my voice is audible. Can anyone confirm it?
Sir, we can.
Yeah, thanks for confirming. Also, I can see Arun Kumar you said yes, sir. There is no need for putting sir or anything. So this is a community, so there is no high or low. So everyone is equal. So you can call me with my name, or you can call me with like any generic terms like bro or something like that. Okay. Yes. So let's start. So my topic is Gerbera. So it is a media server. So let's talk about that. I can see someone joined with the name of Jitster. So please, please use a unique nickname because it will be helpful for calling out you when we are discussing some stuff. Yeah. So I can see one fellow Jitster joined. Please use any unique nickname. It doesn't directly need to be your exact name. It can be anything. Thanks. So yeah. Before sharing my screen and showing you guys the Gerbera, let's talk about something like what is a media server and when we are using it. So I came up with this media server thing past 6 months before. So I haven't heard it before then. So what is this media server? So let's talk about our daily scenarios. So you have a media file with you, like maybe your marriage album or your son's first birthday video, something like that. You want to show it with your family, but you have it in your laptop and you have a big TV, which is a smart TV, or it can be an Android TV, anything. So you want to put that file there. You have to you want to see the video with your family members on the TV. So let's hear out what are the chances. How can we do that? Come on, let's unmute and share me some things. What do you guys do? How will you do this? So the TV is an Android or anything smart TV. Even it has some USB ports. So what are the methods if we want to see that media file in the TV? If you are uncomfortable with the mic, maybe you can put that answer in the chat. I can look it up. You guys got my question, right? It's pure silence. So you have a media file with your system in your laptop. You want to play it in the TV. The TV is Android or smart or something, a normal TV with a uh, pen drive USB port in it. So no, no answers. Copy it in pen drive. Yeah, that's one way. Thanks. Yes, we can copy the media files to pen drive and plug it in the TV so we can see it. That's one way of doing it. Is there any other way any of you guys know? If the media is the phone, we can cast to smart TV over Wi-Fi. Yes, thanks Nihal for giving that answer. So it's also possible. So we have a casting like in from starting from smart TV, we have casting services available in both the TVs, and we have in the services in the mobile phones. So we can cast the media file from mobile or computer to the TV. That's right. So So yeah, thank. I'm not getting your answer right. This is a different one. I think I've asked for a different thing. What are the possible ways? Share file to device, share using data cable. Yes, but if you want to see it in a TV, right? Not sure TV has some storage space. Maybe it does. Mine doesn't. So
No, I think Arun Kumar is saying just plug the HDMI cable to the TV and play it.
okay. Yeah. Okay, I got it now. Sorry, I was misinterpreted the data cable as a USB or Type C one, not HDMI. My mistake. So yes, that's then another step. So you can actually plug your HDMI cable with your TV and your laptop, and then you can share the content over the cable. That's also possible. So these are some possible scenarios, but these solutions have an issue, a little bit minor issues, nothing big, but these have some minor issues. So let's talk with the first one. So if you want to copy the files in your pen drive and then you plug it in your TV to watch a movie, right? So that takes the data from pen drive and display it in TV. That happens like so. The pen drive is constantly used, and after watching the movie, right, when you unplug the pen drive, it will be red hot. I'm not sure how many of you guys felt that thing, but I have felt it multiple times. The pen drive would be like red hot. If you touch, it will be so much heat. That caused because of the read and write cycles happening over the pen drive. So pen drives are they won't last much if we are using in that condition. So it is not viable and safe to use it for multiple occasions. So what happens if we can cast the media from our phone to our TV? That is possible. So we can cast the thing, but most of the times while we are casting, right? So you have to be in the video screen. Sometimes what happens if you are getting a call in your mobile phone, the media will be interrupted, and every members in the family like what's up, right? So everyone will be confused like why is someone calling you at this time like that. They will go crazy, right? So that happens. So that's the second thing. So you can usually use the HDMI solution, but you have to be closer to the TV and you have to sit there. What happens if you have some work in your laptop? That is not a viable solution, right? So also you have to be plugging the devices closely, so you have to be in the same room. You cannot work there with the same laptop. Everyone has to watch some movie, that's all, or video you want to share. So these are the things we have right now. So what media server solves is it solves these problems. It lets you to have your own system and you can do anything in your system. At the same time, it helps you to share the media files what you are having to your display devices like TV or something. So or some other mobile phone too. That is also capable in media servers. So the concept is similar like internet servers. So we have servers which are hosting up for the internet, and it gets the data from each and every server and it transmit to someone. Like so, everything is connected to internet. Internet is like a big network, right? So it is connecting the entire world. So it is getting you the data from one end of the world to another end. Just like that, we are going to run a little server inside our home network. That's the media server plan I'm going to show you guys. So this is a home server, nothing big, nothing much. You can turn it on while you're using and you can turn it off while you don't. So the process is similar. So what your laptop, the device containing the media files, right? It is the server. So basically it has the data and it is connected to a network. And your display device has some capabilities of running the media file, like your mobile phone or TV, anything that is connected to the network. So those are the users. So just like we are getting the data from Google, if you want to Google, right, you have to open the browser and just type Google and it will fetch the data from the server. Just like that, if you want to see a movie, you go to the TV and select the content which is shared through the network. So when you click on that, the TV will ask the laptop you are having or the PC you are connected to the network, which has the media file. So, hey, like this man is wanting this file, so kindly share me the data. So our computer will share the video data, like raw video data, and it will be transmitting to the TV. So the TV will get that one, and it will render everything as a video or a movie or a text file or an audio file, anything, any media files. So this is the concept. So this is what an home server does. Home media server does. There are multiple home servers for projects too, but we are actually going to focus on only media servers in this code. And I'm going to show you guys like that. So Gerbera is an open source framework which uses UPnP, which is short form for Universal Plug and Play. Universal Plug and Play is an entire concept. Like we got USB from that. It is just plug and play. When you plug it, you can use it. No other hustles or any other barriers to get the data. Just plug and play. Use it. That's it. Just like that, everyone thought of having something like a network protocols. Like so, the UPnP media servers is a collection of internet protocols that lets you to have transferred media files over a network without any authentication or authorization. Yes, that's right. So now we are always be vigilant and be active about the security of the things. But UPnP was actually devised and created to share it on the fly. No authorization or authentication. If your computer is just connected to the network, you are good to go with this streaming. That's all. Nothing much or nothing complicated. You don't have to configure your system with something like that or like no nothing. Just connected to your Wi-Fi, then you're good to stream. That's all. That is what UPnP, Universal Plug and Play, is invented for. So the derivation of UPnP was DLNA. So it's like dynamic transfer of your media files, specifically focused for media files too. So the UPnP not only focus on media, it is also used for network related things like sharing media or controlling devices, all these type. But in this session, I'm just going to talk about the media thing. That is what how Gerbera uses and how you can use Gerbera to stream your content over a network in your home server or in your home network. So the use case, typical use case of Gerbera will be like this. So I'm currently sitting in a room, inside a room, and I'm talking to you guys for this monthly meet, right? At the same time, I can stream a video file which my family can watch outside the room, like in hall. They can watch a movie in the TV with with the data file I have in my laptop itself. No need for them. I have to copy it in a pen drive or share it to an over HDMI. Nothing. Just have to let my laptop on and I have to be connected with my home Wi-Fi. It doesn't have to need the internet. We just need a network. These two devices need to be linked on the same network. That doesn't necessarily to be an internet providing service. You can just use a simple router you have without any internet connection. You can use simple router to create a network and connect with both the devices and you are good to go, right? So this is the typical use case I am using most of the time in the weekends, right? I tend to attend the meetings like this, and sometimes I conduct meetings in Kanjilak. So at this time, my family has to entertain themselves, right? So they might have watched some family movies like that. So at the time, it can be transmitted over the network. This saved me a lot of time of copying it to pen drive like that, or getting another laptop and connecting it to the TV like that. So we can skip that. So those are the benefits you can get with Jebra. So let me share my screen and show you how you can get Jebra and what is it, from where or which, what is the website and how it looks like that. So let's go to the internet and search about Jebra. Zebra is the name of the flower. It's media server. So yes, this is the one, Gerbera.io. It's a simple one. So as I said, it uses UPnP. So it's just I just wanted you guys to know the documentation page. That's all from this website because we are using Linux, so we obviously have package managers for this. So then we can just get the file from the package manager itself. I'm using an Arch Linux, so I'll be using Pacman to get the things. So these are some nitty gritty details for you if you are interested on learning more about that. But initially, after you install, right, with your package manager, the first thing you need to do is click on run Gerbera. So there will be an config.xml file is needed. So to start with, there is an initial configuration file already presented here. So there is a command like Gerbera create config. So you can just take this one and cat it into a normal file, like config XML file, so that you are good to go. So let me show you how you can start up Gerbera. So I'm not going to show you how to install it because everyone's package manager is different. Maybe using yum or apt or pacman or anything. So kindly find the command for your own package manager and use it to install it. There'll be nothing serious about that. Just plain stuff. After that, you can actually see the Gerbera create config. So let me run that. It will be displaying it in the standard output. So these are the basic configuration file it has. Even if you don't know any of this, right? I don't know honestly most of this stuff, but it's just for the configuring the media data and for what are the files. So like based on the extension, what are the things need to be mapped and what are the plugins need to be used. It uses ffmpeg and like that. So multiple frameworks are being used in this. So to start a Gerbera server, the command is pretty simple. Gerbera-c for using the config. Make sure you have the config file saved in the present directory. So let me list the files I have. So as you can see, I have the config.xml here. So the command will be gerbera-c config.xml. Once done that, it will give you some IP address for you to see the web UI. So this is the feature of Gerbera. So UPnP does not have a web UI, but Gerbera actually added some web UI for accessing and adding media files to this. So let me open this one, the tab. Let's go full screen. The server is still back running. So this is the UI you'll be getting. It has databases, which is the Gerbera database. Once you add the media files here, so it will be available. This is your standard file system. What are the files you have and what is the location? It's basically your hard drive information. Then we have clients information. What are the devices I have connected so far? So these are some of the standard clients I have used. And then we have some config styles. These are from some advanced configs. You can go ahead and work on this one. Maybe you can tweak based on your own condition. So that's the thing. This is the basic UI. So you can actually check the clients who are all connected to the system once they are connected to it. So let me show you guys to how you can add a video file to the stream so that you can stream the files. So let me go to the file system and navigate to the documents folder where I have a file called Linux is better.mpeg file. So this is an MP4 video file which is I taken from Tamil Linux community YouTube channel. So let's add this one into the database. So once you have clicked this plus symbol, right, the media file will be added to the database. The database is nothing but it holds the location where the media file is and it holds the criteria. So which type of file? It's a video file or audio file, just like that. So when I come to the database section and click on all videos, I can see the is better file is added. So now we are good to go. Like that's it. The server configuration is completed. You have added the media files in the server, so the server is up and running. As we can see, it is showing in the terminal screen. Now I can go to my TV or I can use my mobile phone to show you guys how this is transmitted. So let me join to the same meeting in my mobile phone so that I can share my screen over the mobile and show you guys how this media files can be shown over or streamed over an VLC media player. So let me show you that. Just a minute. I'm logging in my mobile. So if you guys have any doubts so far, you can ask me now. I can answer that. Yes, I am married to the network. Yes, I'm inside the meet with another name. Sorry, the same name, Parameswaranachalam. I think it's mobile Parameswaranachalam mobiles. Yeah. So yes, let me share my screen. Is there no option for sharing the screen? Yeah, start sharing. Yes, there it is. Start. Yes. I hope. Let me stop sharing my screen in the PC. It's just a terminal with screen. I'm not going to change anything. So you can only see my mobile screen. Am I right? You guys can see that, right? Yeah. So as you can see, my Wi-Fi network name is FTTH038B. So this is a common network. I connected both my laptop and my mobile phone. So it's act as my home network. Now let me go to VLC media player. Let me open the VLC media player and let's wait for a few seconds for it to load up. So as you can see in the browse section in the local network, you can see Gerbera, right? So that is our the media server running up in the local network. Let's click on that one. You can see the video, the database things we have here. So let's click on video and go to all videos. We can see Linux is better. Let's click on that. I think since I'm screen sharing, it is showing some weird symbols, but not the media. I'm sorry, I think I'm not able to share it since I'm screen sharing.
That's okay. You can actually carry on to the next.
Yes, let me do that. So you get the point, right? So you can actually see the file name and stuff over the network. So it will really actually it will stream the data. I'm not able to share you with that, but that's how simple you can spin up a media server in your device. That's pretty much it. It's very very simple, right? So this can be used in anywhere. You can actually, if you have an old device, right, like a really really old PC, like maybe a core to duo PC with some idling hard disk running in it, so you can use that as a media server. You can host all the media files you have and place it there. You don't actually have to oh, copy the media files to an individual device. You can have one single computer connected with your Wi-Fi. Since we are always using the Wi-Fi, right, we are not even turning off the internet near in our houses. So then, so it will be always on, like media server. So if someone wants to watch something from the house library, right, maybe marriage video, they can just go to the VLC media player and just click on it. The video will be rendered. That's all. You don't have to actually copy the entire files to their mobile phones or laptops, individual laptops. So it's an hectic work, right? They can actually have it one place and anyone in the house can use it. Is it possible to stream a webcast from the browser to smart TV using Gerbera? Gerbera won't do that because Gerbera is just a media server. But there are modules using UPnP which can help you to screen share your device to the TV. That is possible. Any limit to the number of users? So far, I think you can change that in the Jabra server configuration, but as long as your internet bandwidth is good, you are good. Like not the internet bandwidth, like your network bandwidth. So if your router can handle a big, large amount of data traffic, then it is fine. You can stream two or three media at the same time. But if your router is not capable of transferring that much data, right, it is pretty much limited to the hardware, not the software. Both the hardwares. So your laptop also needs to be sending the data. So yes, not the processing power, it won't be affecting much. Your computer will not even get hot while transferring. But the network capability is really really mandatory thing to see. If the bandwidth is too slow, right, then it won't much cut. That happens sometimes. I have faced it once, uh, that the stream was actually stopped, like a kind of lagged a bit. When I found out, right, so I got six mobiles connected to YouTube at that time. And also I'm screen sharing in one of my laptop at the same time it is media transferring a movie. That's the problem. So since that was bottlenecked by my router, so it cannot able to play the media very well. But if no other device is connected, right, then you can just directly screen share. The media will be perfectly fine. I've tested it up to uh, 1080p. I'm not sure I have transferred 4K because I don't have a device capable of running 4K. So I don't know, but I think it will render. So the limit is just the hardware of your network. No need to have anything about the internet too. You don't need an internet. You need just a network of computers or devices. Yes. So to answer Shankar question, there are other softwares to uh, share your screen over the network to your computer to TV like that. But Zebra won't do it. Zebra is a media server, so it only helps you to stream media, any type of media content, MP3, audio, video, anything. house by not having installed any OTT platform in smart TV. Is it possible to screen a video from an OTT platform in mobile phone to a smart TV using Gerbera? No, that is pretty much basically screencasting, right? It won't help you. So that's the difference between the media server and the screencasting. Screencasting will just replicate your screen to the TV, but media servers are for streaming media that you already have, not the one you maybe you have it on your OTT platforms. If you own the file, you can share it, but not sure about OTT. Maybe you can go search it like taking the OTT data and streaming it over TV. Not sure, but Gerbera, I think it can't do it. It only uses for local media files, not for like fetching the data from a website and then rendering it. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So now you guys know about the UPnP, right? So it's a good idea to use it anywhere. Like I thought of it firstly, but it is not actually. Don't use this one in a public or some your office environment. Don't use it. The reason is not because of Gerbera or something like that. It is because of the UPnP. So the UPnP is meant to, as I already told you guys, it is meant to create like a plug and play experience for sharing the data or sharing the control over the network. That is what this protocol actually created. But since it is too open, there is no authentication or authorization. It is pretty much vulnerable to any attacks. Since we are using this in home networks, like so just for streaming media or watching some other media files you already have and it in TV, right? It is not a big issue. But if you are using this in an open network like some public places, then your device are prone to an vulnerable issue. There are pretty much multiple hacks were made using UPnP. At the time UPnP was implemented in a large scale, many hackers were trying to exploit this one, and this was pretty much easy one. Many of them actually cracked this one with the DDoS attack. It's a simple one, so that everyone can actually act. In 2013 and 2009, in some of the DEF cons, they actually implemented an exploit. Over 80 devices were active at that moment in that particular place itself. And then over a large scale, one exploit was done over an internet. Multiple smart TVs were found and sharing the network handshake with the device. While they found out the root cause was UPnP. So I highly suggest you not to use this one in your public or any private organizations like that. Don't use it. Definitely don't use it in your office, something like that. It will be like welcome gate for hackers and everything. Also, there is one more security thing I learned from this. Every router has the capability of UPnP. So just go and check your router settings. If it has UPnP enabled, right, by default, please disable it. You don't need the UPnP capability in your router to stream the device. You just need it in your TV and then your laptop. Your network router does not need to know or need not have the capability to have the UPnP, because when we have the UPnP item configured in router, it is more prone to vulnerable hacks. Of course, if any device inside the network is hacked, everything will be exposed since everything is connected in UPnP. But please make sure that your router is not having this on by default. I haven't checked my router yet, but I'm yet to see. I've read this thing this morning itself. So yes, you don't need the UPnP enabled in your router to sh- media stream your media stream the content. You just need the UPnP enabled in your laptop and the receiving end. No need for your router to turn on the UPnP, because most of the people will get the solutions from internet and they'll be executing the same without asking any questions. So if someone says you to turn on the UPnP feature in the router, right, don't just blindly do it. Go read about it. I have read about it and found there are multiple vulnerabilities with that. So maybe you guys can go check it out, some news articles regarding this, and keep your network safe. That's one of the main point I'm wanted to tell. Also, if your network has some port for forwarding capability, don't turn on the UPnP yet. If you have any port forwarding capability in your network already configured, don't use UPnP. Just use a different network, or create some local network using a LAN cable or a different router. Usually you don't actually have to use your home Wi-Fi. You can just take some old mobile and turn on an hotspot in it, or you can use your laptop hotspot itself and connect your TV with it and turn on the Gerbera media server in your laptop itself. It basically counts as the local network, right? So that you can also do. You can just turn on your hotspot in your laptop and connect the same thing with the TV. So it acts as a local network, and the data from your laptop will be streamed over to the TV. So that's a pretty much simple and also most secure thing, because that connects only two devices, right? One TV, one laptop. If your laptop is already a vulnerable one, this adds one more. But if you don't have any vulnerabilities, like this won't be any big of an issue. It's like a small thing, and it's a remote network. No one will be getting access because you don't actually have to connect to the internet while we are streaming the media. So that's pretty much it. All the things about Gerbera, how to use it, and how to things. So if you want to close the Gerbera server, right, it is simple. Just just put press Control C in the terminal screen. That will stop the media server up and running. So as you can see, this is the screen. Let me Control C. So Gerbera is exiting. Have a nice day. That's the message they put in. That's all. So your media server is turned off. So your UPnP feature is turned off. So your device is back to normal and you can use it as your personal device. That's all. If you want it, you can turn on it. The next minute, it will be a media server inside your network. That's all I prepared for the talk. So if you guys have any more questions, you can ask me. I'll try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. If I don't, I will share the answers once I found it in internet and share it to you through the mailing list.
So
Is it
this
kind of casting or I'm just
It's a
trying to get.
media transferring. Yeah, it's a server just transferring the data. It's not casting.
Okay.
So you can turn on the server and stream the data. At the same time, you can work on your laptop peacefully.
I, sorry, I just want to share some information. Like, just like how Parameshwar said, one scenario like you can just make your laptop as an hotspot, and then connect your TV, a smart TV, with the laptop's hotspot. This is the exact scenario which I read in a book called Dhruvangal recently. So
Yes.
so both the hero and the heroine actually in the heroine's home, they create their own hotspot in Linux, and then they connect their smart TV to their laptop and then play a
Yeah.
movie.
Don't break the hero just explaining the things.
Okay. So, but they use a different media
Yeah, they
server,
use
I
a
think.
different front end.
So you are
It's
not
mini
ready.
DLNA.
So
The hero
mini
uses
DLNA.
something for personal and something for the crowd.
No, no.
Yeah.
Actually, the mini DLNA was based on to. It is already in there in Debian-based system, so you can find it mostly. So you can just directly download from their official repository. It's just a front-end framework for this UPnP server. That's all. Gerbera is just different. I wanted a web UI, so I'm using Gerbera. If you want a more lightweight one, you can use mini DLNA.
Point
So
taken.
so they use the mini DLNA and to create create a media server, and they share the I mean they watch one movie. That was so interesting to note that it is happening.
Yes, I do read the book, so I know the scene you're describing. So, yes, that's how powerful the mini DNA or any media server is. So, if you are struggling with anything like using casting for over the years, then you can give it a try to media servers. So, this will be like God send one.
Then we should start writing fiction too.
Sorry, Ganesh, I haven't got the last one you said. That was some cracking
No.
noise.
Okay, I was saying that we should start writing fiction too on Linux.
Yeah, we should write it more often. While using Zebra concurrently, can we work in laptop by using any other applications? Of course, you can do it. It's the media server. It will be running like in the background. It will be taking maybe a little bit of your RAM. That's all. Maybe some megabytes of RAM. That's all. But it will be occupying your network. If you are using any other thing more light, right, so it will be fine. You can simultaneously stream on the network and have working on your laptop without any issues, and you don't have to be actually in the same room with them, like the media playing it on TV, or maybe your parents are watching this media in mobile phone. You just have to be in the same network. If you already connected your home with like pretty much coverage with your whole home, you can just one end you can
Okay.
media transfer to another
How
end.
how much media it can transmit concurrently? Like my father is watching something and my mother is watching something.
It depends upon the
Quality.
quality of data, because if for 720p, right, so the megabytes of data transmitted over a second will be less. For a 1080p video, that's more data because the frame contains more details.
Yeah, 8 to 4.
Yes, so based on the network.
4K. It will be more than that.
Yes. So if you are streaming two 1080p videos, that will be an hectic to your network. At the same time, if you are using the internet, but if you don't use the internet and use pretty much create a local network, and the router is capable of transferring 1 gigabit or 100 MB per second, then it will be like more than sufficient for the devices to transfer two videos like 1080p's, because I think streaming 1080p will require 15 to 16, maybe max 25 megabytes per second. That's all. So normal network without an internet, 25 megabytes is small one, right? Yeah. Does Gerbera reduce the speed of laptop drastically? No, it will not. As I said, it does not depend on your RAM. It's just transmitting your data, just like connecting your hard disk directly to the TV. Simple. Nothing more, nothing less. But instead of directly connecting TV, we are connecting it over a network. Like we are actually connecting to the Wi-Fi or LAN and then connecting it to the TV. So it won't be affecting your performance as you are working. Can say usage of the bar doesn't reduce the speed of processor, right? Yes, not much, but it will occupy little bit, not much, maybe 10% or 20%. That's all. because it need to transfer the data. Like, that's all. That much. I have used a Gerbera for very long time, like media streaming for 6 to 7 hours continuously. My laptop was not hot, and it is pretty much cool itself. Nothing much. Does anyone experience background noise? Yes. Yeah, little bit. Do you guys hear anything from my side? I don't have any background noise. I'm sitting in a quiet room.
No, I think it's Ganesh mic. It's having some problem. That's
Okay.
I actually muted myself.
Yeah, yeah. While you're talking, I think there is something in the mic input. It's like cracking sound while you're talking along with it.
okay. I just gave one link. That is the page where they describe mini DNA. Sorry, it is in Tamil. So if anyone outside Tamil, you may not understand.
So this page is currently removed. Why it is in archive.org?
Sorry.
The page is currently removed. That's why I have shared the link of the archive.org.
No, this is the link which I shared is to show the page, but I am not aware of any other way to
Share the
show a
exact
particular
page.
share
Ah,
the
okay.
exact page.
Yeah.
All right.
we can share the link for the entire book, no issues.
We can share the link for the entire book that is free to download, and it is basically distributed as what your Creative Commons. It is under Creative Commons license. That is not a problem, but to share a particular page, it is we have to. I think the only way is to use archive.org's facilities to share.
Okay,
Okay,
got it. Thanks.
this is a book which we are talking about.
Yes. If everyone, yeah, I hope multiple person in the room get excited over this one. So just go to the link and download it, give it a try. If you like it, right, just keep on reading. This will be an interesting tech-based novel.
You hear the excited person's talk.
Yes, yes, of course. So I think Parameshwar was actually get into this book only after this particular chapter, like after they talked about mini DNA.
Yes.
So you was interested. Okay, what the hell they are actually doing in that book? And then he uh, got that book and he read that book. So
Yes,
I
just
think
like this, one of the monthly meets, or I'm not sure whether it's Kanjilag or ILUGC meet. We were talking about this, and I was sharing them with the Gerbera stuff, the same stuff previously with some small group of people. So we were talking like chatting after the main talks were done. It's like general discussion topic. So while we are talking, and then the next day, Mohan just shared me the link. Just check this page out or check this chapter out. They have been telling the same thing as you use. So I just curious and got the book, and I was reading it. Once that done, right, I started from the beginning of the book and started reading it.
started reading the whole book itself.
Yes, it was fun.
I think Ganesh also read the book, is it?
I think so
That's why.
because
That's why he was also excited.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Nice. I think I recommend everyone in this group if you want to have a good rom com, you just I mean, not
not
only
just the rom
movies,
com.
not only movies can show a rom com, but a good book can can be much better telling a rom-com. So
Also for
this book is,
learning Linux.
yeah, of course.
Many people just take
Actually,
the rom-com and just leave the Linux stuff out of this book.
basically, the book was written for people to read about Linux, but people are reading it in the written. I mean, in the reverse term. Like they read it for the rom-com and forget about the
Lost in
Linux.
the lost in the flow.
No, they are just lasting the Linux only. They are going with the flow for rom-com.
I think Ganesh also read the book. Is it?
Yeah, kind of. Here and there.
Okay.
I'm not into. I, I get very little time.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
I see someone unmuted, and I can see your name is the name exactly same as the meeting link. So kindly use a nice nickname so that we can address you if you are involved in a discussion. I can see the name of your field is exactly the name, link for this meet. Yeah, I think you are new to.
I was thinking that you created this handle just to record.
No, 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 no. If I'm want to record this meeting, I'll be logging in like media recording itself.
Iron Man something.
Yeah, yeah. My mail ID will be referred to Iron Man. Yes. So that's all about the scheduled topic. So since the second speaker is held up with some urgent personal work, so he will not be continuing with the second talk on the syslog file. So I'll be taking it in the next monthly meet. So don't worry, you'll be getting that session also. Just postponed it to next month. If no other doubts are there, let's conclude this topic and let's move on to the the general discussion one. So we can talk about anything that is related to Linux or open source stuff. If you guys have found out or read anything like Linux based news, I think Shankar here is pretty much interested to discuss some topics. He already shared something in the Kanjilag mailing list last week. We failed to discuss all the things in the list, so maybe he will share some of the info here, or anyone has some news or Linux related stuff you guys can share.
All I hear is the Twitter sale is giving boost to the Fediverse Mastertown.
Yes, most of the leftists will be leaving Twitter and joining some other places, of course. Because Twitter is now is I mean will be hated much more.
Oh, speaking of Twitter, uh, so there is another website called Join Mastodon. It's another service that is quite similar to Twitter. So many around like in the
Exactly,
last
exactly. That is what I'm sharing. I already posted that link.
Just now Ganesh shared the link. Join Mastodon.
Join Mastodon. Okay. Okay, it appears in the last only in the last 2 weeks, more than 2 lakh new users have joined uh, uh, the Join Mastodon. It seems. Like you guys have, they say it is. What is the difference exactly between Join Mastodon and Twitter? And what I read is Twitter is built on Fediverse model or something like that. I don't really understand what it is.
No. I think Twitter is a centralized network. Like
Okay, Join Mastodon is Fediverse. Yeah. Okay.
Mastodon is a Fediverse.
Actually, in the Fediverse is a collective term to all the distributed social media networks. Okay, you can host your own instance and you can invite people that you feel that they should be with that. and you can let people join your server. So this is how it works, and it can operate on the global scale, and you can ask them to. I don't know how to exactly explain this. Let me recollect.
I think what Ganesh is trying to say is either you can host your own phone Mastodon server, or you can join to a Mastodon server hosted by some community. Like there is every country have large Mastodon communities, so you can join to the communities. But the main benefit is anyone from any hosted servers can actually listen to anyone around the world. Like you joined to a server, Mastodon server, which is running in India, and somebody joined the Mastodon servers which is running in let's say in Bangladesh, or let's say in Nepal. You can, both of you can be visible in the Mastodon fediverse, so that you can actually subscribe to the person who is in the Nepal server, so that whatever he tweets or whatever he do will be shown to your timeline timeline, or what you call the home page. So this is pretty much just like Twitter, like how you actually follow somebody in Twitter, so that you receive all the tweets from them. This is basically like that. But the network is actually distributed, not like a single guy, single company controlling everything in their hands and something like that.
And the algorithms used to show the post will not be controlled by the companies, or in
No one
Mastodon
controls.
it is
Yes,
chronological order.
no one controls. I think it's based on Mastodon, like Mastodon software have some
No, it is it
sorting
is
order.
basically on your interest. You are going to subscribe to you are going to decide whom you are going to follow, and you will be getting based on that. It is not
uh,
somebody is promoting you. So
no,
nothing
Shankar
like
is asking about which comes first, something like who decides what what is shown in the timeline, like whether
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
in
saying. See, if you are following somebody, whenever they post something, you will get basically think of this Twitter, all the social media as a giant RSS feed. You
yes.
you can basically go and go to Facebook and see that there is a RSS feed, and it is you can think that it is built upon RSS feed. It is
Ganesh, I think Shankar is asking if let's say for Facebook, right? Facebook decides what comes next in the timeline, right? Something like if promoted post, something like that.
yeah,
They
exactly.
decide,
That's what I'm saying. I think
but here there is
Mastodon,
nothing like that.
yeah,
There is
it is
nothing like
kind of
that.
a giant RSS feed that has all the records. Okay, let's say that you are going to a blog written by Parmeshwar or somebody, Dhanashekhar even. What do you see? When whatever he has written, you go to the next and you get his timeline. That's it. If you subscribe to his RSS feed, you would only get from his whatever he written, nothing else. So this is the basic idea that I understand from this.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
correct.
I think, yeah, Twitter. I mean, there is another again. Since we are on the same topic on privacy, this week I guess Microsoft has been part of the anti-piracy violation. It appears like Microsoft takes free open source code we write on GitHub and is being fed into their AI systems to create proprietary projects. So OpenAI, GitHub Copilot, and Microsoft are being sued for anti-piracy violations, and seems they have also violated their own terms of service and privacy policies.
Exactly, and they are known to do that for some time, and you cannot catch them unless you find their source code, and they are providing you binaries, and you have to dig further to get their code. So, and you do that, and they would come after you that you are reverse engineering their binaries. So it is kind of messy stuff. And
Mm,
all the
this is
main infrastructure, GitHub, npm, node, yeah, everything is taken control of this Microsoft.
that's why people who says don't host your repos in GitHub. Just switch to some self-hosting or
Yes sir.
go to just go to GitLab or go to some good SR hat and host it there instead of hosting it in GitHub. Because your code is used to make money by Microsoft. So if any recruiter says that where is your code in GitHub, then just say to the recruiter, bye bye.
It's all in the mind.
I'm not going to put my code in the GitHub. I'm if you want to see my code, you come to this link. I hosted my code in my self-hosted server. That's all.
Yeah,
So
much better. No,
Actually,
because I've
no,
been creating all my codes on GitHub. I think after reading
you know,
this news, I've taken down all my projects. In
no.
fact,
Actually, the Microsoft is also known for dialing home for even for your presentation. Whatever content you put on your PPT presentation is sent back to the Microsoft head office. You know that?
oh
okay.
really?
Yeah,
Oh okay. Telemetry.
yeah. Not telemetry, exact content. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It
full
is not
content.
going to say that this company, this user is writing this many slides. It is not going to say
Ah,
that. It is saying that
okay.
this user is reporting that their company revenue is this much.
Oh God.
You see, all seeing eye.
It's
Microsoft is always evil.
No, not
so
only
people.
Microsoft. See, the bottom line of this digital world is whenever you put something out of your mind, even in the paper, it is yeah, it is not a secret anymore. Keep that in mind. You can have a multiple layer of encryption, but still it is an encryption written by a human and deployed on a, this thing, right? Ken Thompson, who wrote this C compiler, and he was saying that one time he quoted that, what if the compiler you compiled, you can assure that your code is secure, but what about the compiler that you compiled on your code? So it may be some booby trapped. And what about the compiler? The compiler should have compiled in a compiler, right? So what about that? So it is a series of booby traps, and the bottom line is never trust a code.
Ganesh, what Ganesh is talking about is a famous paper by Ken Thompson. It is called "Trusting the Trust." So, trusting the
Actually,
if you
actually, he has done that, and that's why he quoted that in later time. So they
yes,
have
it's a
when
famous.
yeah, when he mentioned that, and the people around the world started go by the Usenet archives and got him that he has done that. Actually, it is
That's
for
a
a particular username, when a particular username signing in, and they are kind of it is kind of a prank. But
yes,
yeah,
that's a famous paper by Ken Thompson, and there is a movement behind that particular famous paper, and it is called reproducible builds. So, if anyone heard about this term called reproducible builds, that is because from the Ken Thompson paper, it's called trusting the trust. That means whatever the open source code become an executable, that executable should be exactly same even if someone else compiles the same code with the same compiler. Let's say two people are there, one guy is compiling the open source code and create an executable, and another guy is compiling the open source code with the exact compiler with the exact setup, so that he should be getting the same executable. if the executables are different from these two people, that means the trust was broken. So the compiler is not ideal. Either the second guy have a compiler which is actually booby trapped, or something else is going on in his compiler, or the first guy's compiler is having some problem and have some issues. So Debian actually initiated this initiative, and it is followed by, I think, Arch Linux is also trying to build all the executables which they build using this model, like what is called reproducible builds. So
Actually, it is just a tip of iceberg, or I can say first piece of onion or something like
Ganesh,
that.
your mic is making too much noise, Ganesh. I don't know why, but whenever you speak, your mic is coming first.
Maybe a suggestion: if you have any mobile devices, before your mic, just keep it away. Probably it might help. I hope you will come back and join.
He will come back. Yes.
Is it better?
Yes, this is good now.
Yeah. I'm sorry I put you through this. Actually, my CPUs are taking too much of something, and it is complaining about it. The CPU fan complaining about it.
Okay, okay. You're trying to say something? Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that it is just a layer of everything. Whatever, even though you are saying that reproducible builds, right? So, what about the hardware? And you heard about this Huawei, right? They were saying that their 5G
Yes, yes, yes,
monitor. So it is we have multiple layers, and the definition of software development is indirection. Wherever you see a complexity and you add one more layer of complexity, then it considered as a solution. I mean, it is solved in this way, and we have multiple layers, right? So anybody can take whichever layer they want to attack, and we are just adding more complexities. And I still don't understand how these JavaScript developers are working, because there are too many packages and too many versions and too many issues. And how do they even think what are the function they should call? And you get it, right?
it's a complex world. The JavaScript world is so complex.
No, we are making it more complex. And even after all these things, we are not sure what we are doing. And there is a perfect meme for that. A dog is typing on the internet. I mean, typing on the computer. In the internet, nobody knows what you're doing.
Yes.
No, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not about complaining things, and I'm just giving you the lights that you won't see anywhere else.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it is informative because we
Yeah,
haven't heard these informations before. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for sharing.
yeah.
Yeah, just like the Matrix movie. Take the red pill. You get
Exactly. Yeah.
educated.
Actually, there has been research going on that says that we live in a holographic 3D world. I mean, two-dimensional world.
Who knows? We have to take a red pill.
No, actually, they see the science fiction, and you see this Marvel movies. Everything talks about this multiverse, and the people are talking about multiverse. The scientists are and I don't know how to say. Um, they
Yeah,
are
everything. They are the ones who already taken the red pill and they are trying to reveal something to us.
no. Actually, if it is happening, and it is happening for everyone else, it's not going to happen to a particular thing, a particular person. So that's what I understand. You see, what I'm saying is everybody is going in towards a particular direction, I'm not sure. I am the only one who sees it.
Everybody sees it, but most of them don't want to face it. They don't want to face in the constant life of both the security, whether someone is watching us, whether someone is seeing the code I'm writing, like that. So they just
No,
skip the
see,
top.
there are multiple level of concern.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You think
definitely.
about a person who is having no wage, they will be thinking about the next meal. And the
Yes.
person who is earning better, who he will be thinking about his income tax. And the person who is giving salary to all these people will be thinking about acquiring other company. So, and the people who are designing this, there are think tanks, right? So they will be, uh, uh, I don't know. This is a really hot topic, and it may
No, it's a
on
complex
any
topic.
at any terms. Yeah,
Human brain is a complex topic, and we should not venture too much into that and
yeah.
try to understand those things.
Actually, it is affecting everyone's life. I know you see this, right?
Yes, yes, of course,
Yeah.
because our life is basically our brain saying that okay,
What
do
is
this,
the
do
legacy
that.
that we are going to leave for our next generation? That's what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
You see this Wally movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody knows it. And do you see this Tomorrowland?
Yes.
Yeah, you
I've
see
seen.
this Don't Look Up.
Yes. I've
Yeah,
seen it.
everybody thinks about it, and even I was thinking about these people who shot this film, and they were thinking that they could communicate this to the mass, and they could make a change, and
But
still, uh,
yeah, even if we try hard, right? Every
mhm.
generation is passing something bad to the next generation. It is inevitable.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm saying. See, without the peoples in it, all the animal kingdom survived with this long, and with their life, and with a slight evolution. And with us in the picture, everybody is suffering, right? So even us, we are not happy at all, right? So uh, anybody of this crowd can say that they are happy.
Everyone is happy, right?
Yeah. And the ILUGC meeting is turning into a philosophical theater, I think.
Yes. Let's not
I'm
go
sorry,
much
but
into.
I have been
That's why
having this.
that's why I said don't venture into your brain because it is going to damage you anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody is doing all this generation, and that's why we are here.
Yes, that's completely true.
Yeah. At least we have some people are thinking like this.
So,
I'm sorry if I triggered any thought flows around this because I know how painful it is. So,
No, triggering should be done. Yes,
yeah.
everyone needs to actually think something like this. Every different perspective is good.
Actually,
Yes,
there is a saying called ignorance is bliss. And
yes.
I was thinking about that every moment that I should stop thinking about this thing. But we are not making it complex, and but it is complex, and we are not paying attention to it unless it comes for us. Then we are helpless. When the moment comes and we realize that we are helpless, and we continue to live that way because we couldn't do anything. But when we had time, we were doing something else, and we are not paying attention. Okay, okay. I'm going to drop off. Thank you all.
Okay, maybe we can continue this discussion on another day. Maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow itself.
Maybe in
Tomorrow. I
candlelight
just
meeting.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it can't
just
be like
told
let's discuss it one day. It'll be more interesting.
yeah. This is
Yes,
right. So whenever we think about something and everything is tied to the other thing in some way. So
yeah. So if others haven't seen any movie like Matrix, Tomorrowland, Don't Look Up, I highly suggest you guys to watch that. Go watch it today or tomorrow. These are good movies, especially Matrix. So
What
anyone found anything interesting in Linux this week?
So again, so to curb the stalkerware threats, Google has created a new flag on the manifest file. So that it's going to be really helpful for clustering, hunting, and also for creating detections for stalkerware applications. This is an update. This happened last week, and most AV vendors are working over it to create detections. This is related to Android again.
What is this? What
Could
is
you
this?
please come again? I couldn't get you what you are saying.
So there is a threat called stalkerware. It's related to spyware. It's a family of spywares, and so to curb this, so there are, I mean, many users are using stalkerware applications to stalk their friends and victims. And Google wanted to put an end to this by having a flag called is monitoring tool on the manifest file. So it is more easier for antivirus developers to create detection on these type of threats.
So that you are saying the greatest stalker in the world wants to stop others stalking them.
Yes.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say, and
It's funny they put it that way.
No, Shankar, what exactly the stalkerware means? Can you give some
Stalkerware is exactly a spyware. So spyware is basically used in the government sector. So stalkerware is used in the domestic sector. It is used by the common people. So, for example, if you want to spy your wife or friend or relative, you can install this application on your friends or relatives' phone, and you can and begin to stalking them. For instance, you can get their location details, you can get their phone, you can also remotely send commands if your phone is rooted. Otherwise, what else? You can take screenshots. A lot of things you can do with whatever spyware things you can do, the stalkerware can also do it. So this has been an issue for the last 2 years, especially during the lockdown. I mean, now many antivirus vendors, they have put a lot of efforts on curbing this stalkerware application. And yeah, and finally, Google has created some method to detect them. And this update has just come last week.
how they will detect? Basically, what kind of method? Do you understand the concept?
That's something I cannot tell.
Okay,
it
so
means that you know.
But all the information necessary is just right on the page. That's not just the exist will help in clustering and maybe to a certain extent for detecting them. But this is a very key thing what they have developed.
okay,
Actually,
they actually put some kind of API for the other tools
So
to
the Android
detect.
applications have a manifest file. It's like something like a configuration file.
Yes,
So on
yes,
that,
yes, yes,
uh, yeah. So on that, so those who are developing a monitoring application, they should
yes.
include this particular flag. That's the condition. So based on this, we'll be
So
able to differentiate.
if they don't use that flag and still they can get the access to all the tracking APIs, right? Like let's say for the campus, like
We
GPS
can say that as a
API.
and we'll try to take it. Sorry.
Uh, I'm all I'm saying is whether this is actually restricted. Whether if the flag is not there and then the app is trying to get the API access
Yeah,
for the.
hearing you.
Hello, can you? Am I audible?
Yes, Mohan, you are
Yes. Now
audible.
you're audible.
Yeah.
Okay. No, no. What I'm saying is this restriction is enforced in Android. Like, let's say if one app is there and it is not setting this flag, but it is trying to access GPS location all the time, whether the Android is going to restrict
Yeah.
the access or it is not going to restrict the access.
No, this is not going to restrict access. This is this will help Google to put certain applications or inside the Play Store. The Play Store is trusted by many Android users. So when you include this flag, Google Play can better differentiate between a malicious stalkerware file and a normal parental control application.
No, any stalkerware is not going to put this flag if they think that Google is going to understand that I'm a stalkerware, right? It's basic.
It is
No,
like
they will.
asking who lost his purse in the crowd.
Sorry, I did not hear you guys properly.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was saying it was like asking the person to raise a hand if they are a thief or something like that. Yeah, nobody gonna follow that. And actually, whenever some changes made by some Fang, I was concerned about it. For example, this manifest version 3 for the browser add-ons. You remember that? It was mainly an attack on this ad blockers, which is affecting their business of advertisement.
Okay. Okay.
And I see this. What is the hidden agenda? I don't know. Okay, I am again complaining.
No, I don't know about it really. I never came across this name.
Actually, if Google is saying you have to put a flag in your manifest, whether you are a parent control or you're a stalking stalker applications, and then don't restrict their tracking APIs. If they don't have this kind of settings in the manifest, then there is no use. That's what my opinion, because if they don't actually restrict the access to a particular APIs, and then still say that it is up to the developer to set this flag in a manifest, just
Actually,
for convenience,
actually, from what
there
I
is no
understand
point.
is, yeah, from what I understand is that they want us to declare their things, right? Just like this Apple did. They want to know what are the exact permissions that you are using, and if you are declaring that, that means that there are shady apps which use all the permissions. For example, yeah, time clock will require internet or something like that. So yeah, mobile phone is I mean,
For example, recording.
can you hear me?
No, at application that shows time should not record audio files.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. These are the malicious things, and if you are asking the developers to explicitly record their, I mean, state their permission use, and they would start reducing that. And exactly that's what Google did with their Apple update. They were stopping their new updates to iOS for like 3 4 weeks continuously, just to get that permission issues resolved.
Google cannot completely, because Google cannot completely remove stalkerware application because it is a grayware. Parental and control application, when it is used in a malicious purpose, then you can stalk any victim. But Google want to have certain control over it, and that's why they wanted to
Yeah,
bring this application. Again,
actually,
stalkerware application is not only available on Play Stores. I mean, they are putting efforts to remove it. At the same time, it is hosted in other application where you can just download the application and install it by disabling the untrusted install apps
side
filter.
loading, side loading.
Side loading, exactly, yeah, side loading. So, and this people will trust Play Store if you include this flag, and to a certain extent, we can control stalkerware applications. That doesn't mean that yeah, all the stalkerware applications will be removed from Play Store. To a certain extent, it is a good improvement, in fact. I don't know, Mohan, Ganesh. Mohan, did this answer your question, or you have anything?
No,
So,
no, it
actually,
understand. I mean, I understood the purpose of the flag.
actually,
Thank you.
we get to see this. There is a repo called FDroid, which gives you open source Android applications, and you can validate, uh, and it is validated by the people. and you can install it and get APKs which are very lightweight. I have been using this. This is one thing, and I just want to explain that people need to have visibility on what are the things that they are putting into the Android ecosystem. And right now, there is no control except for this Google, and they are the gatekeepers, and they are controlling the entire ecosystem, and it is a shady business. And that's why we there are some open source Android systems. For example, Android is said to be open source, but every part that touches a hardware is not open source. Only the code, the Java code, and these are the open source part. Android is
Yeah,
an as well.
true, true. Again, there is not just only one Play Store. There are many. I mean, I would say there are like, based on my findings, there are like tons of third-party app stores from where you can download all kinds of applications. Play Store has some level of restrictions to upload their applications onto Play Store, whereas the other third-party stores, they don't have any mechanisms to upload APKs. So again, just if you have an application, you can just upload to the some third-party app stores. There will not be any restrictions. So that's how some malwares used to spread.
Actually, I want to say one thing to the crowd. Actually, you probably might have heard about this mod packages for the applications for YouTube, some games, for example, this rapid fire, some games, right? What is that called? The popular on the Indian government.
PUBG.
PUBG, yeah. These are the things, and whichever game gets popular, and the people come and repackage that with more facilities and hacks, something like that, and they would advertise it. If they are capable of doing that, that means that they are planting something else as well. What is the benefit of giving you a mod? So think about that. Refrain from installing those things. I would suggest. Um, it is not a demand. Again, I want to clarify that. So these are all the pitfalls.
Yeah, also like PUBG like games, when it is not downloaded from the actual website or from Play Store. I don't know if it is available still on Play Store. If you download PUBG like application from third party app stores, what happens is, it is easy to reverse engineer APK files. So what they do is they try to add some adware or maybe some spyware capabilities inside the application, recompile it and publish it on third party app stores. So they call it like modded clones. So just be aware that anything can happen if you download an application from third-party app stores.
And for the technically savvy people, you can run your hashes, checks, and MD5. Everything is broken at some point of time. And yeah, you have to look for yourself.
Okay, so what else? Okay, let's jump. Yeah. Okay, some open source news again. We'll just shift our focus from privacy stuff into open source finally. So Thunderbird is going to have a new redesign. It's called Supernova, and just I mean, what I saw yesterday was they have a very nice design. It's completely revamped the GUI, and this is going to happen sooner. And this is one. And what else? And Genome, it appears they have shut down the mailing list, and they are migrating the discussion to discussion from Discourse forum. And it appears they have advantage over spam emails. And Discourse includes many features. It appears. And this is one news, and the next one is the Tuxedo operating system. It is a laptop made from German, and the Tuxedo operating system is not open source, but since I think the last 2 weeks it has been open source. It seems so you can download the ISO from the Tuxedo server, and you can install it on your VMs or on your PC itself. I mean, to this date, Tuxedo hasn't open sourced their operating system, but they have made it open source.
So they are
Oh,
exclusive ones.
Yes. Please send
what
me.
is the specialty of this tuxedo?
I haven't checked it. This update just came like the previous week, so I
Okay,
haven't
okay.
had the opportunity to try it out.
So it basically comes with a new tux for free.
Every distro is a new tux, man.
Let's wear it out with
you
some good
can
confidence.
you can
Yeah,
use any,
with the
even you
amount of
can use
distros
your
opening, we have lot of choices.
Oh, Tuxedo appears to be a very good computer. I mean, they have some pretty good configuration, but in a comparatively better rates. And this operating system, I think its GUI is based on Plasma. I don't know, based on the looks, I just guessed it. Yeah, I mean, here is the link. Yeah, check it out. The distro lovers.
Yeah. Anyone use new Genome? Any new fanboys for Genome? The new look.
if you
Anyone
if you
use it?
use Ubuntu, then you are using new genome, right?
Yes,
What
definitely.
is that? But slightly modified, but slightly modified from the actual genome. If you want actual genome, you have to run a Fedora or the native genome OS, something like that. But Fedora is pretty much a native genome OS, so everything which is coming from genome will be in Fedora. So as it is.
So Genome is the what?
Genome is the UI guys like the
UI, okay.
toolkit,
It's a
the
desktop
GTK
environment. Yeah.
desktop
Okay,
environment.
desktop environment. Genome, okay, okay.
Yes. But they made all the desktop kits. Like
Oh, something
what
similar to
Mon was.
LXC, LXQT and stuff, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah. They are
They are
previous
not
process
only
for
that.
Qt.
They are more than that. They are the one who do the building blocks. Like if you take Linux Mint, if you take other Pantheon, whatever it is, you need a GUI library to show the window and all those stuff, right? So they are the one who creates those libraries. It's called GTK. The latest version is called the GTK4. So GTK4 is based on OpenGL. And the previous GTKs are not based on OpenGL, but the latest GTK is based on OpenGL.
hmm.
So the GTK is the core library. GTK and glib GTK is the core libraries, and using these core libraries they built a lot of libraries like clutter. There is another thing called there are different libraries based on this these two libraries, and they created UI components from in the GTK so that you can create a window, create one menu, create
Okay.
one icons, create some toolbars, create some tabs. All those stuffs are in the GTK library. So basically, this is a UI toolkit for Linux. If you want to develop an application, native Linux application, then you can use GTK to create a native Linux application.
Okay. Okay.
So the entire desktop environment, the Genome desktop environment was based on this GTK library, and they developed a lot of libraries for the desktop environment. And one of the important part of the desktop environment is called shell. We call it as a UI shell, not from the regular terminal shell. This is called
Hmm.
genome shell. So this genome shell is responsible for all the graphics you see on modern Linux desktops. Like the genome shell is used in normal Ubuntu. It is used in Linux Mint. It is used in uh, I don't know whatever the Debian based systems they use genome base.
Genome extensions. Genome shell is an extension or?
No, it is the basic desktop genome shell.
Uh, I have shared a link. Please take a look, understand, and please contribute.
There is another toolkit called KDE. Have you heard about Qt and KDE?
A Qt, I've heard about it.
Yes, so Qt is another way of creating native applications in Linux. So just like as I told called GTK, there is another thing called Qt. Qt is a UI library for Linux. So based on Qt, there is a framework. Qt have a big lot of combined libraries, and they call it as a Qt framework. So using the Qt framework, there is another big community around. So it is called a KDE community. So if you heard about KDE desktop environment,
Yes.
that means they are using KDE and the Qt libraries instead of using GTK and genome base. So
Okay.
these are the two main major branches for UI native UI in Linux.
Uh-huh.
Whether you can choose GTK or whether you can choose Qt. So if you are using GTK, the benefit is basically it is much smoother, much faster, and much supported in Linux. But if you choose Qt, then there is a possibility that the same application can run in Windows. So Windows and also in macOS, also in Android, because Qt is basically can run in all these platforms.
I think so. Lubuntu has also switched to LXQt recently. I mean, not recently, I think in the last 3 years.
Last, yeah, so they don't want they don't want the GTK base, so say they want Qt base, so that's why they switched to Lex Qt.
So Kubuntu also uses LXQt in the sense.
So Kubuntu uses Qt. So
Qt.
Kubuntu means KDE environment
KDE,
as
exactly.
default for Ubuntu. So that
Mhm.
means KDE environment means Qt.
Okay, okay, got it.
So the official, it is also the official release, but normally what we download, if you go to Ubuntu and download Ubuntu, that is basically the genome environment, the GTK based environment.
Okay, okay, okay. What is next? So the next news is gaming. So there is really I'm not a big I don't know much about it. So I just read about it. I'll just copy paste it here. So there is an emulator called CMO, CVI emulator. I made it open source, it seems, and there is also some updates from DXVK. Uh, and what I read is driver. It is a driver, so to allow to run games on Linux. Yeah, that's what using this Vulkan driver.
DXVK is responsible for Proton. So if you are using Steam in Linux, then Steam uses Proton for gaming, and Proton is basically DXVK.
So in Windows there is something called DirectX. So using that we play the games. That's right.
This is something like that, but this is not exactly equivalent to direct 3D in Windows. So in Windows, how games are played, they are basically using this direct 3D or DirectX, we call in the previous iterations. So that's how the video games are shown in Windows. But in Linux, there is something called OpenGL, or OpenGL is the basic 3D library in Linux. If you are developing a game for a native Linux, you use OpenGL.
Okay,
So
okay.
some same like if you are developing for a Mac OS or a OS X, you use OpenGL. So just like that, Linux also, if you want to develop a native game, you have to use OpenGL. But Windows games uses DirectX or this Direct 3D. To run those games in Linux, you need a transpiler. Like you take the DirectX calls and convert it into OpenGL calls. So
Hmm.
Proton, which I am talking about, right? The Proton and the DXVK is one of them. So they actually transpile the DirectX 3D pipeline commands, OpenGL, sorry, pipeline commands, GPU pipelines commands into OpenGL commands. So
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
so so this is because DXVK is used by basically a Vulkan based
Instructions.
transpiler. It
Uh,
is much faster. So OpenGL is basically have two versions. One is the normal OpenGL. Another one is the latest Vulkan based OpenGL. So Vulkan is basically a part of OpenGL.
I see.
So if you are if you are developing an application in OpenGL, then you need to send the OpenGL GPU commands. But if you are using a Vulkan, you can directly access the GPU, and you can send the commands directly to the GPU. So this DXVK is not actually using OpenGL, the normal OpenGL, but uses the Vulkan, so that it can actually directly sends things to the GPU
Translated
faster
to. Yeah.
faster than the OpenGL. So Vulkan is much faster. So DXVK uses Vulkan so that it sends it transfers the transfers the Windows based DirectX calls into the Vulkan based
Vulkan
calls.
instructions. Hmm.
So it is much faster compared to the previous iteration.
Okay. 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 So Proton is also something like this, right?
Proton uses DXVK basically. Inside a Proton, you find this DXVK.
DXVK. Okay. Okay.
So DXVK is the transpiler exact. Uh,
What is it?
transpiler.
Transpiler.
Yes, transpiler means convert from one call into a different call.
Okay. 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 All right. All right.
So convert. So you heard about wine, right? Wine.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So wine uses this DXVK for transpiling.
Okay.
So it's an interesting set of projects because they are making the dream come true for people who use Linux to play Windows games.
Uh-huh.
So not all popular games can be run in Linux, but right now compared to 4 to 5 years before, right now most of the popular games can be run directly on Linux thanks to this DXVK and
DXVK.
Vulkan.
You call them as a driver, or what is the terminology used? You say Vulkan driver, or it is DXVK driver?
Vulkan is a GPU driver.
Ah,
So it's not a driver. It is basically the graphics library.
okay.
Driver for the GPU comes from native. Comes from the products developer for NVIDIA. NVIDIA have a Vulkan driver. Vulkan driver in the sense NVIDIA have a library which can understand Vulkan API calls. So, but the actual code which actually runs the GPU is will reside as a kernel driver. So those kernel drivers are different from the Vulkan driver which we call. So okay, it's maybe a complex topic. We cannot just talk, but if
Okay.
you
No
some
problem.
diagrams are so if I have some diagrams, then I can explain better. So it's not
Yeah, maybe I just got the
Would you
point.
be able to explain this next class? I mean, next session.
maybe yes, but I need to prepare. So okay, maybe I can explain
Yeah,
it.
you have 1 month.
Take a session by.
Yes, these things are very much interesting, and they are very interesting things
Yeah,
in Linux.
yeah. I asked you because you have two things. One is interest, another one is the knowledge. You have both of the things on this.
Yeah, so I'll take if I get in the next month, I will tell about
Yeah.
how the graphics works in Linux. So
Yes.
basic graphics, how it works.
That'll be awesome.
That is
Uh,
informative. That would be very informative. And based on that only we are seeing all these things. And there are headless things we don't understand. And you see this, right?
Yes, yes. So Linux graphics is much. I don't know about the other operating systems graphics stacks, but Linux graphics stacks is much more interesting. At the same time, it is much more
It is
complex.
very modular, and it is you can put several pieces in together and create a,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
that's
yes,
way
yes.
it is designed. But there are too many things to have understanding, and you seem to be have quite understanding of it. So that's a mess.
I am actually working on that, so that
Oh,
that's why I am able to understand.
yes,
So
that's great, man.
my work is actually tinkering OpenGL and get some shit out of OpenGL.
Okay,
So so that's why I am able to understand these things.
okay.
So,
I have one question because I got my laptop back. It was fixed, I think, 2 days back. So they recommended, since I'm using a Linux laptop, not Linux laptop, something that supports Windows. They told me that I can install applications like TLP to increase the battery performance. So does it really work when
yeah,
anybody has tried out?
yeah, you're using Linux or using Windows?
I'm using Linux Mint, and I have a dual boot, Windows and Linux.
Okay, but you are facing a battery issue, right?
Yes, the battery stands
Uh,
only for 1 or 2 hours, 1 hour maximum.
it's basically the drivers. I don't know what else we can do with that. Is it Intel based or some?
Intel, yeah, Intel 64. It's a second gen processor, or I had i7, yeah.
Okay, what they recommended? Some tool you said.
It's called TLP. And I was
Okay,
searching the Mint forum, and they recommended I can use TLP. And then some of in Reddit, I found that this is like
this is
bullshit.
okay.
Most-
This is recommended in Linux Mint forum, right?
Yes, in one of the forums, yeah, somewhere I read, yes.
Okay, maybe you can try it. There is no harm going to be like
Hmm. Yeah, I'm
so.
just trying it out, but just wanted to get the opinion. Also, I noticed that for Arc, they have a separate page dedicated to increase the battery performance.
Maybe instead of using Linux Mint, you can use the some rolling releases so that you can get the latest kernels. So whenever there is a latest kernel, there is always a possibility that things will be fixed in the latest kernel. I mean,
Okay. So what do you
so
suggest?
of course, Arch Linux. What
Arch,
else
by
I'm
the
going to
way.
what else I'm going to suggest? So,
Arch, by
but
the way.
if you are not comfortable with Arch, maybe Manjaro
Try
or
Gentoo.
Endeavor.
Ayo, no Manjaro. I wrote a long complaint last week. I'm afraid.
That was happened over
Maybe
6 months ago, man.
so not even
No,
Manjaro. So maybe so there is an
no,
Arch based
I'm
Endeavor
laptop.
planning.
OS.
No, I'm
Endeavor OS
Endeavor,
planning
that.
yes.
to install Arc Linux itself. I'm getting back to Arc Linux. Way better.
Try Gentoo.
No. you
Why
will
not PPS?
you will spend your time just to run your OS. Don't go in that way. But maybe Arch based distro which is user friendly is basically if this is what currently I can remember. One is this Manjaro and the other one is Endeavor. And if
Arco
they
Linux.
yeah, you can just look into the Google and then you can just see which one is user
Arch band.
friendly. So that it will be our senior member in ILUGC, Shakti Kannan, he uses a Arch-based distro called I don't remember. There is it is basically it doesn't have yes parabola correct. So you can look into the parabola because it have a nice installer so that you can.
Uh-huh.
So this is Arch based and also supports ARM I think. And also it has a GUI installer. I don't know whether it has a GUI installer or not, but it is also an Arch-based Linux, which is quite good, and it is used by our senior people here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So you can
So it
just
is not okay. I also read that it is not recommended to download the latest Linux kernel and then compile it.
why you need
Oh,
to compile.
oh, it
Other
might have some dependencies issues.
where you read this? Like
I
who
don't know
told?
how I was searching, how to have the latest kernel update on your PC, and they said it is better to get directly from the I don't know where it, sudo apt.
No, that's okay. You can get the official kernels from the distros. Let's say if you are running Arch, you will be getting the official kernel, which is a little bit tested by the Arch people, so that it doesn't break everything. So that whenever you update your Arch, you are getting the new kernel and it will work. But if you really want to get the official kernel from the kernel.org, you can simply download it, you can compile it, and then you can use it. There is no uh, problem. Of course there will be problem because if the latest kernel breaks your hardware or some drivers somewhere, then obviously it is up to us because you are not using the official kernel. You cannot just go to Arch Linux forums and complain that I have a broken kernel. And then the first thing they will ask is whether you are using the official kernel or whether you are using your own compiled kernel. So if you say I'm using my own compiled kernel, then they are going to say, okay, it is up to you. You are the one who compiled it, and you are the one who have to understand how what broke.
Okay. I mean, is there
So
any distro that actually provides all the latest kernel?
as long as I know, there are few things. One is Debian Unstable. If you are ready to run Debian Unstable, you can use Debian Unstable. That is one. Of course, Arch provides latest kernel,
Okay.
and another one is SUSE Linux Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed is just like Arch; it is a rolling release. So Tumbleweed can provide you
What about
latest kernel, and also there is Fedora raw repository is basically just like Arch rolling release. So Fedora's raw repositories where every latest things ends up for Fedora as well as for Red Hat. So if you are willing to run Fedora's raw repositories, then you can use Fedora raw repositories.
Okay, okay.
So
Thanks. Thanks.
these are the things you can try. I basically I will say use Arch, but Tumbleweed is also good if you want a simple installation, so that you can get a latest rolling release. Then Tumbleweed is also good. Of course,
Okay.
Debian is also good because Debian can have a lot of softwares packaged for Debian.
Yeah. Because Arch Linux, we have to put a lot of effort to, modify your GUI and
Yes, yes.
everything.
So,
Just
Tumbleweed is much smoother, I believe. I mean, I never used it, but I heard that it is basically Arch with easy installation and other things.
okay, okay. Right. All right. So that's all the news I got for this week. If anybody has any news, please share it with us. Ramesh ji, step up.
I don't have any news. Yeah, nothing much big from my side. Just don't have any updates or news.
How are the Python classes going?
Python class is going good. Today I haven't took the date. One of the member who is present in this call itself, Syed Jafar, took the class. So he volunteered to take the
He is
data
still
structure.
here, man.
Yes, that
He
is
is
what I'm saying. Yeah, he is
okay.
present in this call. He took the class, so you can ask him about how it's going. So far, from the last week, it's going good, and everyone started to do some tryouts, like practical problems we share, and we start to peer review it. So it's going good. Maybe Syed Jaffer can add some things. Not sure he already took some classes like this in the Linux user groups. Not sure. He can add some points to this.
Hi, Syed. You want to introduce about yourself? I don't know about you. Is in the call?
Yes, he is in the call. He has
He is in
unmuted
the
yet.
call, but he is unmuted.
He's unable to unmute.
Unable to unmute.
Okay, welcome to the Linux man. It is if something is broken, then only we say welcome to Linux.
Yes, so let me share something about Syed. So he shared a little bit about him in the morning class. So let me tell him. So he is a long back Linux user. So he's been using Linux for almost years now, and he loves and using Ubuntu. Of course, he's a Ubuntu fanboy and he's using it. Uh, then he's also coming from the he worked. You used to work in the same company I work, which is like a service-based IT company. Most of you know it is Infosys. So he worked on Infosys. Now he's currently working on Bosch. So yeah, he knows Python. That's all the info I
So
know about him.
he is in Chennai, or he is living out of state.
He's from Kerala. Correct
Both
me,
correct.
Syed, in chat if I'm wrong. Yeah, he's
You're
from
not
Kerala.
right.
No, no.
He is from TN, man.
Sorry.
Okay.
I am confused. I think I recalled from someone else. I'm really sorry. From TN where?
Okay.
You can chat in, you can type it in chat. You're Chennai
Okay.
only.
Chennai.
Okay, you are then you are a Linux user group Chennai boy, ILUGC guy.
What is this, Ramesh?
Tamram, okay.
He's assisting you in your sessions. You should know about him, no?
Yes. He's very humble, he didn't actually give an intro about him. After I suggested him, I insisted to give an intro before
Yeah,
starting the
blah,
class.
blah,
Then
blah.
only he gave it. He didn't tell about this Tambram intros. I don't know. Sorry for giving some wrong info about you. That's some fantasy.
No, 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 just pulling the leg. No, no, no problem. No
Yes.
offensive. No
Yeah.
offense.
No offense.
So
Obviously.
how much time it's going to take, man, for the Python class? Like
Beginners.
another
Yeah.
how much
For
session?
begin
How
up
many?
to beginning level, maybe a few more, like 5 classes.
Okay.
5 more classes, then we are good with the beginner stuff.
Okay.
So our plan for the learn Python with us workshop is to give up the beginning stuff, and then uh, let them take a project of their own and start building it, and giving the same project and as a open source one, like that.
Okay.
Maybe it can be a small one or it can be a big one, anything, but they kind of have to contribute to the open source community as they have learned through it. So
Okay.
it builds like both the things. It satisfies the community with some resources, and also they are gaining the experience and they are putting that into a practical use. So I think it's a win-win situation. That's what planned so far for the learn Python, it's just maybe it can develop into something else in the future.
Okay, okay. Nice man. Nice initiative. And Srini was looking for some developers. I think he can also
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
some
He
posts.
talked with me. Yes,
It's, somebody is coming out of here. This learn Python with us as a good person, so
yes,
that Srini can just take him as an intern and build him so that he
yeah.
can gain.
Not sure how many college students are there. Maybe one or two, but
Okay,
others were already having a job or looking for
job.
new jobs.
Okay,
Looking for the
okay.
new job is perfectly fine, so they can try the
Yes,
interns. Yes,
yes, yes.
it's a wide variety of crowd we got in the Python workshop. So we have teachers, we have uh, someone who is getting back to IT after some break, like that.
Okay,
Someone,
okay,
some teachers, professors, different
Okay.
people are there in the
okay.
group. So it's fun.
Sure,
Everyone has
man.
their unique way of programming. Even a single tryout, I've learned many things from them.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes, you guys could have checked that one out. It's in the Kanjilag repository. Like we have a repo specific for Learn Python with us, and there is tryouts.
Uh, I was following last week. I didn't follow this week. Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yes, yeah. Take a look, and yeah, I'm hoping many of you guys will contribute to that. Already, Shankar told he will take some classes. So
Yeah, my laptop, I just got it 2 days back. You give
yeah,
me
I
a update.
definitely want a CTF thing from you.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the
Yeah,
next.
maybe in the next monthly meet also you can take the same CTF thing in the ILUGC too. In ILUGC, and also I want in Kanjilak more sooner because we have every week like we have the discussion, so you can.
What CTF stuff? I'm just curious. I just
So he plays CTF for fun.
okay.
Capture the flag. So we want to educate everyone. So what is CTF, and there are like opportunities, and there are some roles regarding this, like this in the security structure. So everyone is
Yeah,
looking for some cyber security stuff, but they don't know where to start and how to begin. They generally follow the normal software development life cycle.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was hoping that you
Actually,
can.
literally, that is my arc to educate peoples, and I see that the people who are in IT field are not even aware of what the systems are capable. They are just following what they have thought or what their seniors are in previous employees are doing. They are just
Uh,
repeating.
Yes, they haven't. They are not.
I'm not
I even
saying
actually.
everybody is doing that. I'm just saying most of them.
Yes. No,
So,
what you're saying is correct, perfectly right.
yeah, if you go and ask about something how it works or how see this is why I see that most of the things are breaking and it is not staying together, it is falling apart.
Yeah, they just want to finish off the project. If it works right now, then it is fine. Send it out. They won't. They are not up to date with the vulnerabilities or top 10 open vulnerabilities that is listed out. They are not even aware of that. So they just use the modules they get their own hand, or maybe listed in the company's repository, and they just do it or use it in their own stuff.
it
So
depends on various reasons. Like somebody, they wanted to really know the stuff, and some people they just wanted to get the money and then get the things done and then go away.
at least
I mean, you
someone,
have to
at
be an
least
independent thinker. You know, you don't. You want to research. You want to go out of the box. Depends on multiple people, right?
yeah, at least having one person like that in a team helps, right? That's what
Exactly.
we are asking.
Why, man? That one guy has to do everyone's work, right?
Not at least
For
I'm
the
asking. At it's a beginning, right? If no one knows, right? At least one guy can educate others.
Yeah.
One
no,
guy
Getting
from
man.
a
that.
Linux, one
If
guy
the
from a
guy
Linux user group can
if the
convert
guy
everyone to
says
Linux.
that I know things better than others, then he's the one who is going to suffer a lot, man.
I'm not
You
saying
don't.
like I know more about that. I
No,
want
no, no.
him to
Even
suggest something like. There are some
that's what
stuff we
I'm
have
saying,
to
man.
read like this,
That's
lah.
that's what I'm saying. If he slightly shows that if some projects designing is going on, and then the project manager or some key people are going in a direction, and this guy who is a Linux enthusiast and who is sitting there and watching what they are talking, and then says that thinks that what the bullshit they are actually thinking, they are not going in the right direction, but then he if he expresses his opinion that okay, no, not, see guys, you are going in a wrong direction, this has to be done in this way, then he will be the victim.
Yeah,
he
you
is
don't.
he,
I'm
the,
not suggesting you to cut point blank about
that's
the
why
manager's
if
suggestion. Just
if
add some
somebody
points.
was like the guy which I told, then I will suggest him to keep your mouth shut and you do what the job which is given to you.
That's
Okay.
right. Yes.
Don't even think about sharing your opinion. That's all.
Yeah, sharing means politely sharing, not cutting
But man,
point blank.
even if you politely share, the people's egos are different, man. It will
Yes,
come
Exactly.
up. Okay.
if they are not even actually accepting the point of the suggestion, right? Even if he is
Yes.
saying politely, then
Yes.
I think that team is not good for him. Maybe getting another job is the best one he can do.
Correct. Correct. Agree.
Whatever you do, don't suggest help others. That's what I learned, and still I continue to do that and still suffer.
Sharing is good, but if they are
So
not in the right mind
so
and
any
getting point,
so if somebody is accepting with me, then they know that why blood same blood is correct.
Yeah, actually, there would be a person sitting, mom. You see that person, and you should understand that he tried earlier.
yeah, yeah, I accept that. Yeah, maybe in the future I will get in that direction too.
So
Actually,
I'm actually recommending anyone in this group who is going to work in a project, and if you think that you can suggest your opinion, something like that, I'm just saying that keep your mouth shut, do what they actually say. That's all.
actually, no. It is not the advisable one. Actually, you are given an opportunity to fix that, and actually, it is for the betterment of the company that you are working, but not for you. Yeah, keep that in mind, and you can, if you are innovative and you think your idea has a potential, then you have to work on yourself, and if you can. Yeah, build something around it, your idea, you should start doing that, and this way you can give some way, I mean, outlet to your emotions and your thoughts, and still you are contributing and you are saving both of them, right? Do you understand
Yes,
what I'm saying?
true words. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, that is the moral way of doing it. As
yeah,
what Ganesh
and
said
try to
is
make
the
it open
moral.
source, try to.
But what I am suggesting is even if you actually talk or suggest something, uh, things are not going to be smooth after that. So this is
Actually, see, when you are saying something, it is not right. That it actually means that the entire hierarchy who is maintaining that is not doing the job, right?
yes, yes,
So
yes, exactly.
you are saying to their face that you are not doing your job. So nobody gonna take it right,
Yes,
and they are saying that we are open to suggestions. Yeah, they believe me, they are not going to take it right, and they would be eh, I mean, like pretend that the recommendations are welcome, and it is not going to end up well. If you want to say it, and if you see that it is killing people, you just take it and prove that with the things, and you present to the right person, and like it is affecting this, and this is the solution. If you do this, and you can take the credit. If you want to solve that problem to that level, you have to only that thing and credits from you, then they can take that credit. They would fix it, but it is not tied to you.
The best way is make them understand that
So you
at
can't.
least you are
No, you
at
can't.
yes, yes.
You
If at all,
can't understand.
they come to you and ask you what is your opinion, then only you can
No,
actually
see,
say
if you are a part of a team, if there is such
yes.
things happening on your platform, nobody going to come and ask you unless you sense that something is going to happen on your responsible areas, and you have to sneak into those meetings. Then only you get to know what is happening. So this is how the corporate world is. Everybody knows it, right?
Yes, nobody waits for the last guy.
No, I see. If you are working on something, if they are start asking you, and you would be giving opinions, and it is a one more problem for them to solve.
Yes.
So they don't want to that to happen. They would just come and say that, hey, do this, and this is what the management has decided. So
Yeah,
it is
certain things are already working and they don't want to touch the hands on them, so everything will get messed again.
yeah, that is another problem because the people don't know what and why things are in the way it is in the. See, for example, if there is a wall, people don't know purpose of that wall. It is literally quoted from some Napoleon or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is why we are see whenever a new hair comes in and they would just go around the place, and why all these things are in this way, and they try to make some seed, and then they start falling apart, and they would understand that this is not the right way, and they would go back to the same crowd.
Mm-hmm.
சத்தியத்துக்கு கட்டுப்பட்டது.
There are nowadays there are people who actually understands try to there are the big companies they hire some people to streamline their projects like why they
Yes.
these guys job is basically to understand the flow and try to improve
No,
the
that
quality
happens only when they want to cut cost.
cost. So so sometimes some big companies do this kind of
No, they are
hiring.
doing this because the management guy who is initiating that is acting like us, and at the point of time they would learn their lesson and they would start going.
Yes. So
No,
um,
I see. I am not talking the only negative part, and I'm just trying to give you a glimpse of it. I'm just letting you know that this is how it is happening and preparing you for the reality. And I'm not that much. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I'll just try to send, whatever updates we discussed. I'll just try to send the links. Shall I send it to Kanji LUG or just only to ILUGC?
CC it. CC to
you
Kanji.
can share it both place.
Okay, better,
Yeah.
much better. All right. Okay, so I think it's time for me. So I must. I'm just taking a leave, and I think tomorrow there is a session, right? Again.
Yes, we have Kanji Legs monthly meet.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also. And tomorrow also I'm going to speak.
He is going to speak in Tamil. That's all. That's the only
Yeah,
difference.
that's the difference.
What a dedication. What a dedication. Appreciate, appreciate all the efforts. Awesome.
Yeah, without you guys, right? Just like this fun having discussion, right? Without this, it will be a boring session and session and session. But since we have this weekly general discussion tab, right? That keeps on going.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
motivation.
This is
That's
the spirit, actually.
yeah. Yes.
Actually, there was some what I missed. What was that? Some collective effort. Something was. I got a call. I missed something. What was that was discussed before this?
For this means when have you lost the audio?
I actually got a call and I asked it.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
No, we are
nothing
just
much.
nothing. Just
Yeah,
talking.
Shankar told us like he was about to leave, so see you guys tomorrow. So I was told, yeah, see you guys tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow also. I'll be talking like this.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And
Yes.
what about the introduction part? I can never get to know about this guy, Shankar. He.
Shankar, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's from Romania. He's a cyber security engineer. Not sure the
Okay.
exact role of his, but he's working in security side.
Okay. CTF, right?
Yeah, yeah, CTF. He plays CTF for fun, so yeah, you would have guessed it. He's a cybersecurity guy. So yeah, he joined ILUGC, I think, from the last monthly meet. I think he's been attending this meetings for over a month. So he comes regularly to the Kanjilag meeting too. So we'll discuss
Okay.
about the cybersecurity stuff every week, and yeah, that's about him. Maybe we can catch up tomorrow with him so he can explain the entire thing with you directly.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm not the good person to give introductions. Yes.
What man? You already gave introduction. That's the thing.
Yeah, maybe he can add up some more points, right?
Okay, about him. Okay.
Yes.
No, the last part I was asking you is there is a collective effort to combine all this information, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that one. He actually sent a mailer to Kanjilak. So last week we haven't able to discuss the points he collected actually for the discussion. So
Uh,
he has some news, right? He shares some news articles.
okay.
So that was not fully shared in the last weekly discussion. So what he did is in the next Monday he shared them in the mailing list. So he asked whether to share this only in ILUGC or also I have to CC in the Kanjilak. So yes, I was telling him like that.
Okay, understood. I was thinking about he is articulating it. See, somebody, the people who take notes during the meetings, and
Yeah,
I
it's
was
nice to see the
thinking
people.
about something like that. He is doing some MOM for this meeting and sending it out to the mailing group, something like that. I
Yeah.
couldn't really catch that. Hearing both cards, it is actually a credit card call.
Okay.
Okay, okay, man. Okay, I'm also
Yes. Yeah.
off and go for lunch. I forget about.
You haven't had lunch.
Yeah, no,
This is it's 5.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's 5:15 in
No,
IST.
see, when Mohan was asking about this Turungal, right? So I couldn't say much about it because I wasn't reading that until that point. Whenever I get time, I just go through this archive actually. I couldn't find time, man. I'm just saying that
Oh,
this meeting. It is a lot of stuff
if
stuffed on me.
if you want, we can actually go through all the story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
We
would be
are-
fun, actually.
Yeah, it'll be happening tomorrow definitely for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I know that, man. Wherever you are there, there is hero discussion going.
Yes.
Yeah, because wherever the hero goes, the
No,
discussion.
no, no. I'm not the hero. Maybe Mohan is. That's why Mohan is from Kanjipuram.
Mohan is the narrator.
no, no, I'm just a storyteller. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's what I'm saying. When see in some movies there will be a narrator. See, this is the guy who is we are going to see in this movie. He will
Yes,
be
yes,
paraphrasing what the story is, right? That
yes,
is
yes, yes.
the Mohan, and you are the hero.
No, no, I'm not there. Just because I used a media server
he,
doesn't mean
he is actually trying to become that that guy, the hero, right? Like
Exactly. And I
so.
was in
there
suspicion
is
that
no
somebody is
chance.
watching over him and writing that story.
He's a definite introvert. I'm a perfect extrovert.
No, that's okay. But the what is that? The
No,
prop,
when he,
what you call the there is
தமிழ்லயே
some good
சொல்றேன்.
term.
தமிழ்லயே
Tamil
சொல்றேன்.
இல்ல. Personality. You heard about this personality, right? So if you look at the
no,
hero's
no, actually,
personality.
when the Shankar was breaking this Google stalker event, he was very angry, right? Parme-
Yes, yes.
he was
Yeah.
saying that the greatest stalker is blocking all other stalkers. So he had some experience with the stalking.
Just honest
And that's
thoughts.
what triggered me to think that he's being stalked by someone and his activity turned into this Dhurvanga. You see this, right? Really?
Yes, yes. Uh, so Parameshwar is also using Arch Linux, and
Yeah,
that
by
guy
the way.
hero is also
No, he is
Arch
using some
Linux,
Android,
and
right? So,
and he is also use is DLNA, and Parameshwar is also using
Those
something
are
like
the only
DLNA.
two matching things.
no, no, no. Every week there is a match, and I was
Your
Yes.
network is gone, I
Yeah.
think.
We
my
cannot. Yeah. We
Your
can. We,
your
yeah.
network is
okay.
likely
I don't know, man.
weak.
It is BSNL and it is going and come. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's BSNL issue. They have some
BSNL.
serious issue with their DNS servers.
Oh, so
DMS.
bad.
DNS servers. Their DNS servers are.
No, right now we don't need DNS, right? So it is already the connection is established, and this is
Yeah,
going.
but sometimes the network is being dropped and continuing. It's happening to me too.
Actually, it is through the fiber, and it is happen. It might happen to the fiber whenever you bend a fiber, and the impedance of that fiber network is
Yeah.
reduced. And it is a rainy time, and there could be some maintenance going on, and the infrastructure itself is bound by the word.
Yes. If
Yes, yes.
we are getting internet from Chennai only, so not sure who just switch the cable. We get our internet only from Chennai.
Actually, I see some network issues on my mobile as well. So everyone uh, who is receiving a call from me, or whenever I receive a call from anyone, I am seeing the same cracking sound.
Okay. Yeah, then definitely it's in the network issues. Some error in the
Okay,
transmission.
it seems it is only 5 hours, and I have been seeing this trend. Everybody dropping one by one.
Yeah, it'll happen until the last two or three members will discuss, then the entire discussion will be closed.
No, it is like that only.
Yeah,
Even for
it
a
happens
long
every
time,
time.
it happens every time. Like
Yeah,
people drop one by one. Finally, someone will close.
yes.
That's all.
Can you hear me?
Now
Yeah.
we can.
Yes, we can, but
Actually,
there is also some kind of a noise coming
Yes,
from
like
yeah, it
sound.
from
is
your
the
side.
CPU fan. I told you, right? That is, it is complaining that I'm loading the CPU.
What? This is a CPU fan.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a
I mean,
jigsaw.
it is.
I thought somebody is working, some carpenter is working alongside you, and
No, no,
he
no.
is doing some
Yeah,
stuff.
that's why I use my headphones, and in this way, the mic is away from the fan, and the noise will be low. But the mic is itself producing some noise. What I do?
Okay, okay.
Definitely need to check on that fan.
Okay. No, actually, the fan is
Why
working
it
fine.
is
And
like?
I think there is a issue with this the thermistor. I mean, the sensor which is detecting the temperature.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Even though there is it is the entire temperature. I mean, ambient
Then
temperature
we
is
can
very
switch
low.
that fan to run all the time. This, yeah, we can. I think there is option that for that in the BIOS. You can run the fan all the time.
Yeah, uh,
Maybe you can
that
enable it.
I should do. Right.
Yeah.
No,
Auto.
if he is running all
No,
the time, then it will be much noisier, right? It is
no,
always going to
actually,
be.
this fan is going to the full capacity during that particular moment. Then it is going back to the normal.
Yeah.
So it is
Ah, okay.
It's
whenever
also very, very bad for the motor
yeah,
too.
before the threshold, then only it goes full. If
Okay, okay.
set up your moderate RPM and let it to continuously run, you see this DC refrigerators. What is the technology behind that? In earlier things, there is a compressor on AC and it would stop and start, and it is causing the wear and tear. And they are
Mm,
using this DC generator, which is never stops and it runs slowly in
okay,
digital. So they are reducing the wear and tear. That's what the
okay,
claim is, but I'm not sure. And
okay.
similar thing applies to this as well.
Then you switch to a normal, slow but
No,
steady.
actually, I was asking company to fix it, and I will be coming to Chennai next week because of this Thanksgiving Day sales, other things.
Okay, okay. Understood.
I will be overloaded. So that's why I couldn't read any of these things. I have been given at this code school or something like that to practice pop stuff, but I
We lost him again.
Yes. And try this really an issue.
Okay, man. I think I need to drop
Yes, you also
and go
haven't
on.
had your
Yes, I have to have
yeah.
my lunch.
You have to prepare and have it. So yeah,
Yes,
go
correct.
go
I
ahead
need to
and
prepare and have
yes,
my lunch.
have lunch. We
Okay,
can
man.
see
See you
tomorrow. Yeah.
tomorrow. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Yes. So we are left with Syed, Vignesh, Ganesh. Yes, Ganesh is also. I suggest you to have some lunch now. Yeah, already skipped the lunch. So yeah.
இல்ல மோகன் சாப்பிடையான்னு கேட்டேன் மோகன் சாப்பிடையான்னு
Mohan is yeah, yeah. He has to go and make the lunch, and then you have to eat. Yeah, he's living a bachelor life now, right? He's in Poland. Yeah, so you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
cook for
He's
him.
living a bachelor life and you are not, right?
Yeah, I'm eating my mom's food.
It is a bachelor. It is still a bachelor life.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, I think whenever the upload issue, you guys are not hearing me. That's what I think. The downstream
Okay.
is pretty good. I was able to hear you guys. That means that downstream is working fine. Only the
Yes.
is having issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Bye. Take care.
Yeah. Bye. So
It was
yeah,
a nice
possible
talk.
we can see tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Vignesh and Syed, do you guys have anything to discuss? If not, yeah, Syed already said that. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, bye, Syed. You have the Python class to prepare. So, yeah, all the best for tomorrow class. I can see I'll join tomorrow morning class. So, you can see that. Bye. Vignesh, also, bye. Not sure.